Welcome. It's Ashley Clarke with Earthkeeper Yoga, and I am here once again in my home studio in Birmingham, Alabama, and I welcome you to the gentlest of yoga classes. I plan on offering a lot of different postures where you can really slow down, stay connected to the breath, and receive nourishment mentally, physically, and emotionally just by being supported by your mat and a few props. So I invite you to grab a couple of blocks if you have those available, as well as your trusty blanket or beach towel. That will be great under the knees. Wanted to let you know that on April 21st at noon, I will be offering a gentle chair yoga class called You're Grounded in honor of Earth Day and offered virtually through the UAB Employee Assistance and Counseling Center. So all you have to do is go to the UAB EACC website. Link to the registration and more info is right there for you under the Events and Classes tab, and you can register and join us via Zoom. My only request is that you not use a chair with wheels. So for today's class, again, you just need a couple of blocks and a blanket. So grab those things, and I'll meet you right here on the mat. All right, friends, for today's class, again, just a really nourishing class, super slow, great to do in the morning when you're feeling a little tight in your body, or at night when you're feeling a little tired. There's really no bad time for it, except that this class is not going to be challenging. So this is the one that you save and play when you just need to feel nourished. I've entitled the class, Ready to Receive. So we are going to start in a simple seat, and I invite you to get comfortable. And all you have to do is bring that blanket right where the boniest part of your tailbone comes off the front of the blanket. That'll help bring the hips forward. And for today, I invite you to let the tops of the palms face up towards the sky, and then let the arms relax. Press your tailbone into the mat and ripple up through the length of your spine. It's almost as if your shoulder blades want to kiss behind you, just gently, very gently. Nothing about today's class will get us to the end range and the joints or anything like that. Super soft and mellow. Reach through the crown of the head. Go ahead and close your eyes or have a soft gaze towards the floor. Relax any tension in the legs. And then bring the top of your tongue to the roof of your mouth with the tip of your tongue right behind your front teeth. Allowing the jaw to soften. And begin to come into your breath. Noticing the rise and the fall of the ribs. And everything expands and then contracts. And let that breath go a little bit deeper with each inhale. And release a little bit more on the exhale. So allowing yourself to take in this fresh air, to receive this fresh air. And letting any stale air come out of your body on the exhale, creating more space to receive fresh air. Keep the breath in and out through the nose. And give yourself 3 more breaths. Beautiful. 2 more. Nice and deep. Last one. Keeping that soft gaze towards the floor, the eyes closed. Continue just to breathe normally. You don't have to make the breaths deep. But know that you, through that breath that we just did together, you've informed your parasympathetic nervous system that it can stay out of fight or flight mode. You are ready to receive from a safe and nurtured, strong, supported place. Beautiful. Scan the body from the crown of the head down to the soles of your feet. See if you can let yourself become just a little bit heavier right here. Allow yourself to begin to focus on a person, place, thing that brings you joy. And let the corners of your mouth lift just a little bit. And reflecting on this person, place, or thing. And allow yourself to receive that joy into your body. Into your emotional awareness. Maybe tell yourself gratitude. Beautiful. Release that exhale, flutter the eyes back open. Welcome. All right, from here, we're going to lie down on our left side, all the way down the mat. Let the arms extend in front of you, but see if you can keep the shoulders in line with the upper body. And this is where a block comes in handy. So you can bring one block or possibly two. You're going to stack them right where your temple can rest on the floor. Or rest on the blocks, rather. If you don't have blocks, take your handy beach towel and roll it up and find some support under the neck. All right, so you've got the legs extended straight, and we're just going to start to point and flex this right foot. Keep the top of the mouth connected to the roof of your mouth, or the top of your tongue connected to the roof of your mouth. And stay with the breath. Beautiful. All right, from here, you're going to lift this right leg just enough to then bend the knee and let that right foot plant in front of that left leg. Keep some length through the spine. And then bring this right hand outside of the right knee. Take an inhale. And then exhale, let this right knee start to fall down in front of you, starting to stretch through the outside of that right hip. Right hand stays right on top of the outside of that right knee. Breathe. Scan the body, see if there's anywhere you're holding any tension. And let that whole left side feel supported underneath you. Make any changes that you need to. Now bend this left elbow so that the left palm can come to the outside of that right knee. And then take an inhale, reach this right arm up towards the sky, and then let it open to the right. So you're in this gentle twist. You can even bend that right elbow and let the right forearm come down to the floor, to the blanket. Keep the gaze up towards the sky. Rest. Relax the hips. Soften that left leg. Give it one more breath. Beautiful. Slowly start to bring this right hand and this left palm back together. They're just stacked right out in front of you, shoulders in line with the upper body. Let the head relax. And then slowly start to find the base of that right foot and that right knee back up towards the sky. Maybe let the right knee fall out just a little bit, just a little stretch there, nothing too big. Breathe. One more breath. Beautiful. Extend this right leg long and then bring the right palm over close to where the right shoulder would be. We're going to roll over, so just let this left hand kind of unthread. Move your blocks out of the way and come onto your belly. Let the elbows come out to the side. Palms stack. Left temple comes to that left to the top of the stacked palms, and then bring this right knee out to the right. And let everything release into the mat. Top of the tongue connected to the roof of the mouth. Releasing through that right hip. Two more breaths. Beautiful. Slowly extend that right leg long behind you, and you're going to roll over and do the other side. So I'm going to turn around just so I'm facing the camera, but you can roll over onto the other side. We've done it all together. I'll walk you through it, no problem. You're going to lie down on that right side, arms extended out in front of you, trying to keep those shoulders level with the upper body. Temple resting on blocks or on your rolled up blanket or beach towel, and legs extended long. Lift this left leg just enough to start to circle the ankle, point and flex the foot. And then lift it a little higher, bend that knee, let the left sole of the foot come in front of that right leg. The left knee goes up towards the sky. Just see what's right there. Relax the shoulders. Get heavy through that right side of the body. Take your left palm, put it outside of that left knee, and then let that left knee fall down towards the mat in front of you. You're on the side, the inside of that left foot, resting against the mat. Release where you can, soften where you can. Receive the support of the mat underneath you. Go ahead and bend this right elbow so that the right palm can come down to the outside of the left knee. Take an inhale, reach this left arm through the sky, and then let it come behind you. The forearm can come down towards the mat. Opening here. So opening through the heart. Receiving fresh breath where you can. Two more breaths. Nice and deep in and out through the nose. Bring this left arm back towards the front, and then let the left palm come somewhere down onto the mat. You're going to press into it and then unthread this right arm so that you can roll on to your belly again. The elbows splay wide, palms stack, right temple comes down to those stacked palms, and then we'll lift this left knee out to the left. Really let everything release into the mat. Give it one more breath. Beautiful. Extend that left leg long to meet the right. Bring palms under the shoulders and then sit your hips back. Find a child's pose. The knees can be wide here. You can even bend those elbows and stack palms so that you have a little bit of extra support under the forehead. And breathe in and out. Where's the breath going? Let the breath get deeper. One more breath. Beautiful. Take an inhale. Press your hands into the floor and lift your body. So this is another place that the blanket comes in handy. You can spread the blanket out and bring your knees to the blanket for some extra cushion. And then sit the hips back. See if you can let the inside of the legs touch. Lift through the crown of the head. This is a stretch through the tops of the feet. One more breath. Slowly let those hands come down. Let's make our way into table. And then make sure that you're pressing the knees into the blanket and find some length through the spine. Fingertips are spread nice and wide. Walk your fingertips so they go towards the outside edges of the mat. Wrist rainbows here, stretching for the wrists. Follow that breath, filling the body. Receiving fresh air. And then deepening the exhale so that the next breath in can take in yet more fresh air. And turn those fingertips towards the back of the mat, towards your knees if it feels okay. If not, don't do it. Keep a little softness in the elbows and in the shoulders. And one more breath. Beautiful. Walk those fingertips all the way back towards the front of your mat, and you're going to grab your blocks. And you're going to have them on what we call the medium setting. So this is low, medium, tall, just like coffee. We've got them on the medium setting. I'm actually going to move my blanket back just a little bit. And this is not a graceful posture, but you're going to send the hips back just enough so that you can get your forearms, so your elbows at the top of each of these blocks. Let the palms come together and then shimmy those knees back just a little bit. Send the hips back. Find a stretch through the arms and shoulders here as the head goes down towards the earth. Palms are up towards the sky. Sink in here. Thumbs can come to touch at the nape of the neck. And give it 2 more breaths. We'll bring those palms forward. So elbows are on the blocks. Press in. Use strength through your shins to press yourself up. And then see if you can come out in a way that is somewhat graceful, but is definitely feels supported. All right. From here, come into a table. You're going to lift this right knee up towards your belly button and then see if you can bring this right foot outside of the left leg. So you got that right knee up towards the right wrist. And you're going to send this left leg back. Let your right glute come down to your blanket. So we're in a pigeon posture, definitely restorative. Reach through the crown of the head, toes point towards the back of the mat. Take an inhale. And then exhale, let yourself fold forward. Top of the tongue to the roof of the mouth. Use the blocks in any way to help you feel supported and nourished here. Nice big deep breaths in and out through the nose. Give it 3 more breaths. Beautiful. Start to press your elbows into the mat, lift through the spine, and come back to hands. And then curl your left toes to lift the hips just enough to bring this right knee back under the right hip. And let the left leg come back down so the left knee's under the left hip. Beautiful. Sway the hips side to side. One more breath. And come back to stillness. Bring this left knee up towards your nose and let the left foot come through. The knee comes up towards the left wrist. Send that right leg long down the mat. You're supported with that blanket underneath you. You can shimmy this ankle a little bit closer to that right wrist if it serves. Find the link through the spine. Feel the opening and then release this right glute. It wants to tense up on you. Take an inhale. And then exhale, come down to elbows. Use the blocks. You can even put a block on the tallest setting and let your forehead rest there. Breathing in and out, noticing where the breath is going, filling up new space. And then exhaling deeply to release anything that you've just been holding on to. Receiving that fresh breath. Give it 2 more. Last one. You can move the block out of the way. Press those elbows into the mat to find some strength there, and then bring those wrists back under the shoulders. Curl right toes. Make your way back into that table. Wrists right under shoulders. Shimmy the hips side to side. Nice and soft. And last breath. And send the hips back. We're going to give ourselves a child's pose here. Stack those palms. Let the forehead rest there. Spine rounds as the torso rolls over the thighs. Give it 2 more breaths. Press up onto elbows. Keep the elbows on the mat. And then shimmy the hands so that the inside of the arms touch and you can come to palms. So really send those hips back. And then you're going to lift just enough through the elbows to walk the elbows over just outside of that right knee. There's going to be a little constriction there. So if you need to spread the knees wider, that's fine. And then just have that right elbow just at the edge of the inside of the right knee. Turn your nose up towards your right shoulder. And give it 1 more breath. And see if you can sit back just a little bit more and bring that left elbow to the outside of the right knee. Press the palms together, deepening that stretch to the right shoulder blade. Might have a little tension through the neck. Top of the tongue on the roof of the mouth. Bring those elbows back through center. Give yourself a breath. Nice and deep in and out through the nose. Inside of the arms come to touch. Walk them over towards that left knee. Turn the nose towards the left shoulder. Bring that right elbow onto the left knee. Lift up through the crown of the head. Space at the back of the neck. Breathe. Stretching through that right shoulder. Unclench your teeth. Slowly bring those elbows back to center. Palms are going to touch, and we're going to make our way into a table. Curl those toes and then send the hips back, stretch through the bottoms of the feet. Relax the head down towards the mat. Tops of the feet come back to the mat, and we're going to swing those feet over to one side and come to our booty. And then from here, bend the knees. Go ahead and roll down onto your back. If you've got a blanket under you, that's fine. Grab your blocks. Roll down onto your back. And bring those blocks where they're even with your knees on the outside edges of your mat. And then you're going to walk the inside of your feet together. Slowly let the knees fall out and rest on the blocks. Find space in the upper back. Let those arms come into a wide T. Give yourself a nice big deep breath in through the nose, sigh it out through the mouth. Allowing yourself to receive this restorative opening. Give it 3 more breaths. Scan the body, intentionally releasing anything you're holding on to right here. Again, letting yourself receive the support of the mat beneath you. Lift those knees up towards the sky. Put the block in one of the hands. Find space at the back of the neck. You've got the knees bent, soles of the feet on the mat. And take an inhale. Lift up just enough with the hips so that block can come on this lowest setting right at the sacrum, the little triangle part of your booty. And then let this sacrum come back down to the block. I've actually got another block under my head just for a little support there. And then just see if you can let the hips really open. So relax everything through the pelvis. Relax through the shoulders. Give it 2 more breaths. Beautiful. Inhale, press into the feet just enough to lift the hips. Grab that block, keep it close. Both knees are bent. You're going to take this right knee, bring it up towards your chest or right outside of the ribs. Let the fingers interlace right at the base of the knee. So pull it in closer, give it a little hug, even if it's on the outside of the ribs for comfort. Take an inhale, lift this left leg up towards the sky. Fresh breath, and then slowly let that left leg come all the way down your mat. Stretching through the back of the right leg, release right there at that right glute. Pull in with that right knee. Find connection between the tongue and the roof of the mouth. Release your left fingertips from right at the knee and bring them down right outside of that right ankle. And then let that right knee fall out to the right just a little bit more. We're going to rock the baby. So the heel is going to come in towards center and then the knee is going to go out to the right. And give it 2 more breaths. Beautiful. Now take the the sole of your right foot and let it come to the inside of the left thigh. And then let it slowly release down towards the mat. Bring that right block right under the right knee if you need it for support. And then release anything through the legs, through the upper body, through the crown of the head. Receive breath in through the nose and exhale it through the nose. Bring the right knee back up towards center. Right foot plants. Grab that block and bring it over to the other side. So just use your hands, move it over. Lift this left leg up towards the sky. And then bend this left knee in towards your chest. Fingertips interlace. Decide if you want the knee on the outside of the hips. Take an inhale, extend this right leg all the way up towards the sky. Settle everything down and then take a fresh breath. Lower that right leg long down the mat. Hug this left knee in closer to the chest or to the outside of the ribs. Bring the right hand down to the left ankle. Let that left knee fall out just a little bit more. Inhale, ankle towards center. Release the knee out to the outside. Give it 2 more breaths. Release the hand from the ankle. Let the bottom of the left foot come to the inside of the right thigh, opening to the left. And use that block if you need it to have some additional support there as that left hip opens. Hands can come wherever is comfortable. Breathe. Two more breaths. Let this left knee come back up towards the sky, left foot planted on the floor. And then just bend this right knee, right foot comes back underneath the right knee. Arms come into a T, let both knees fall over to the right. Bring them through center, let them fall over to the left. Again, over to the right. And then over to the left. Continuing to move, 2 more breaths. Nice and slow. Come back to center. And then give yourself 6 or 7 breaths for whatever I didn't offer. And if I've got you so relaxed that really all you want to do is be still, allow yourself that. Three more breaths, just for you, whatever you need. Give yourself a nice big deep inhale through the nose, sigh it out through the mouth, and rest. Take an inhale through the nose. Sigh it out through the mouth. Begin to bring some awareness back into your physical body by just beginning to wiggle the fingers and the toes. Circle wrists and ankles. And reach your arms up over your head. Give yourself a full body stretch. Pointing the toes, reaching the fingertips. And then give yourself just a moment to roll on to your favorite side. Bring the knees up near the chest. Continue to receive support by what is beneath you. And as you're ready, you can slowly start to make your way back up into a comfortable seat. We'll meet there together with hands at the heart. So our quote for today is from an amazing woman named Danielle Laporte. And she writes, "We've been taught that power is endurance, push, force. Power is actually being receptive. Wisdom is always there. Our higher self is always speaking to us. We just have to be still and receptive. All you need to do is receive." May you receive kindness, and may you be kind to others so that they may receive kindness as well. Gratitude for practicing with me today. Namaste.